hello. Veronica King is here to lurk because she's not sick of my face after almost 4 hours of chatting. Well, it was more like 3.5 because I was late, but we do our once a week chat on Thursdays.
Aw, that's sweet.
And Regina's here. Hello. We should be getting another co-host later in the stream, but sometimes errands take longer than you plan.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday, I was at the bank for a full hour because the first person who helped me didn't know what they were doing. The second person who was trying to help me knew what they were doing, but the computer system wasn't working, I think because the first person had messed it up. And then I had to wait for the third person to be able to help me, and they were able to do it. But the second person had helped me the week before with the exact same thing. So I knew she knew what she was doing, but it was just like, what was supposed to take like 30 minutes minus whatever wait there would have been, at the bank. Because I was like, I don't have a camera in the bank. I don't know how big the line is, but it wasn't huge when I went. So errands can take longer than planned.
They can indeed.
Kobe getting all the love.
That's so sweet.
I always mixed up your dog breeds, Regina, though, so you're gonna have to remind me what kind of dog Kobe is. I'm so sorry. I can remember story details. If someone only has one dog, or I see them all the time, like on Kate's vlogs, I'm like, oh, this dog is obviously this, but I've only ever heard you describe your dogs. So I don't remember what type of dog Kobe is. I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend.
You're not a bad friend, Zara.
And even if I did have a chance of remembering it, today I got some I realized I had made a really bad mistake on something. So I'm a little bit shaken. I'm in the process of fixing it, but not great. Wasn't good. No bueno.
Hey, listen. If men can make the same mistake and not apologize, why should you?
Oh, I realized a mistake while video calling Veronica King, and I was like, I'm an idiot. And she was like, don't call my friend an idiot. And I'm like, fine, I feel like an idiot right now. And she was like, okay, you can feel like one, but you're not one. And I'm like, yes, great. We're on the same page. I feel like an idiot right now.
We vibe.
Okay. What do I have to do today? I have to delete more emails because agents will complain about authors sending them unsolicited submissions when they're closed, and then will turn around and send me submissions and clog up my inbox storage.
Oh, honey.
I know. She told me, and I was like, oh, God. But she was like, I'm not telling people online. So I didn't mention it at all during my live stream on Monday with Kate. But Regina, I had told Kate just to be like, let's keep the pet talk to a minimum. And then we still talked about pets. And I was like, oh, God. But we were talking about how I missed Riley and how she missed, Buffy and Duke. And I hope that wasn't triggering for you, because the intention was to just not. And then something happened where we both started talking about it. I think we were talking about how life lifes or something. So yeah, no, I told Kate to try and let's not talk about it, and we did. And I'm like, oh, God. And I think that was one of the times where I was like, okay, let's sprint.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, no, I was like, this isn't my news to share, but Kate has multiple pets and they're all very cute, and obviously we love them and she loves them, but I was like, let's be respectful. And we went and we're like, so we really miss our pets who passed away.
Oh, no. They're like, Let's not salt the wound. Here's a whole batch of coarse ground sea salt for the wound.
Yeah, I'm like, we're just in a salt factory, kosher or not. Just like, oh God, we're pouring salt like from a dump truck as if it's like cement or something. This is not a good idea. I tried. I had good intentions, but we know that intentions don't always,
They don't work out always.
Barnes and Noble messed up some copies they sent me that I had bought for giveaways, so I'm gonna have to get new copies.
Ay, ay, ay.
And I think I have to put those copies on my personal credit card because right now things are taking time to process, because when Riley passed away, I kind of completely forgot about paying down credit cards for like a month and a half.
Oof.
And I'm like, oh God.
Has it already been a month and a half?
No, it was when she was getting sicker.
Okay.
I missed like
there's no way I missed.
Yeah, no. It's been, today is exactly 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm. But the additional 2 was stress.
Yes, because the additional 2 was we had our doctor who up until this point had been like, no, we can still manage it. He had then been like, there's nothing else we can do. And we were like, oh. And then 2 weeks after was when we went to the vet, and she was like, there's really nothing we could do. Anything we could do would mess her up in another way. And that doesn't even cover the things that could just happen. And my mom and I are like, no.
Well, losses come in 3s. So let's have everybody who's lurking hug their babies, hug their fur babies.
I know. I want a different 3rd loss from the world.
Facts. Straight facts. Leave
our pets alone. My neighbor had to put down her dog who was a year older than Riley, and my mom is like, almost everyone in my mom's half of the building, because I have my own apartment now, have for years. We somehow all got our dogs around the same time. And Riley being 14 actually made her the youngest of the bunch, really. Because almost everyone else's dog was like 15, 16. And aside from Riley's tumors, they one had breathing problems. 2 of them had gone completely deaf. 1 was almost blind. And I'm like, tumors suck. Kidney failures. Oop, my internet got weird. Are we back?
Yes. I didn't know if it was my internet or yours.
No, it was mine. My mom's internet has been acting weird, and we keep resetting it, and it'll then behave for like 3 days and then be weird again. So there might, I don't know, wish us luck on this live stream. But yeah, it's one neighbor had to put down their dog earlier this week, and then the other one whose dog is essentially the last one standing from the bunch is like, I am dreading the day. And I'm like,
you can't live dreading it though. Or else
I
you're not
know.
gonna appreciate the time that you have.
Exactly. And like living with it for Riley for 10 months was awful, because at the start it was like something bad could happen at any moment, but you also don't want to cut the time short. But then we eventually got to the point where it's like, we don't foresee anything good happening, and we just see a decline happening, like in her future, if it's not already started. And it kind of already had. And we were like, and that decline was only her sleeping and maybe her feeling nauseous, but we didn't know that. But we're like, that's it. Like, and so, yeah. Whereas I wonder if the other owners in my building have been like a little in denial. They can still walk, and I'm like, that's not the measure of
health,
a good quality life. Like if they can't see and can't hear, Not that humans and other creatures can't still live with that.
Yeah.
But if they weren't like that before and they just keep losing senses, what type of life is that? You know what I mean? It's not like you're born with one and then you unfortunately acquire another, or you're unfortunately born with both, but like of those things. And I say both in because the dogs specifically were like losing their hearing and their sight. Obviously there are other senses you can lose. But yeah. Okay. Really depressing stuff. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to depress Regina. Immediately starts talking about depressing stuff. Zara, just shut up.
I'm not gonna lie, Zara. When the opening scene played for this stream, and I heard the pages turning, I was like, "Is Zara still typing?" Because that's how fast you type.
Oh yeah, I was unmuted backstage, and Gwenna was hearing me. That actually, the pages turning is me flipping through a book really fast right next to my mic. So I did hear that sound, but when I type it yeah.
I mean, honestly, could have like it sounded like professional audio, and I was like, that sounds like Zara's still typing. That's so fast.
Yeah, if you hear, I can leave myself unmuted for the first sprint so y'all can hear me finish typing an email and be like, oh, this is how fast Zara types when Zara doesn't have to like think about every single word, because it's not like fiction. It's an email where it's like, obviously I know what I'm saying. Where is this tree? Here it is. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today. I promise I'm medicated.
You honestly, I like it when you're a little bit crazier. It's fun because
it's more validating for everyone else.
Yeah, more entertainment.
Regina says, I'm doing really well. Don't worry. He was happy and perky and ate breakfast and took a nap at my feet. And Kobe alerted me to his passing. Hard, but the best possible ending. And then Kobe also saw it, because I've heard that like sometimes if animal siblings don't see it, they then keep looking.
Yeah.
For and it also can be like for a human in the home, the animals will keep looking for that person. I was like, oh God. I was telling my mom, I was like, you know, there would be times where it's like, I don't want you to predecease Riley, but I also don't want Riley to predecease you, because I don't want to like, I'm gonna have to deal with my grief. I don't even want to, like, how am I supposed to deal with the other being's grief with losing our third person? And Riley was really a person, even though she was also 100% a dog. Well, like 60% dog, 40% cat, to be honest.
She was very, you had her for 14 years. She had a personality. All right.
I knew her longer than my grandma, and I grieved my grandma's death for like 5 years nonstop.
Wow.
And I think everyone in my family just kept being like, you'll get over it. You'll get over it. I'm like, that's not helpful. My mom knew not to say that, but I was like, this is what part of that is helpful?
Absolutely no part of it. But again, I think we've talked about it before. Americans don't.
You said it. Yeah, we don't learn how to grieve.
Yeah. No clue whatsoever.
Victoria's in the forest room, so if you're lurking, say hi. We don't bite. I
bite.
Yeah. I mean, with consent or with provocation.
Sometimes I can't bite you through a screen, though.
I mean, I saw my grandma basically every weekend.
I think when my daughter loses my mom, it is going to be absolutely devastating for her. And while I was sad at the passing of my Nana, and I think I'll be sad at the passing of my Mima, I have such complex history with them
Yeah.
that I don't feel like I'll cry for a day or two, but I don't feel like I'm going to really grieve them. Whereas just seeing the bond that my daughter has with my mother, I mean, it's going to devastate me, but it's going to devastate her. I mean, my mom is
I
her
mean, that's
favorite.
what happened with my mom, her mom, and me and my grandma, where it's
Yeah.
like, obviously my mom was devastated. She lost her mom. Her dad had passed away years ago. So, it was my mom's parent to lose. But I was devastated.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom is her favorite person, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, just hands down. Every time a minor inconvenience happens, or my husband and I are a little too strict and we enforce a boundary, it's, I want Mama! Just at the top of her lungs. Like, the smallest little thing, And she's constantly talking about her mama. And I mean, they're two peas in a pod, those two.
I know. I mean, so were me and my grandma, and it was just like, also like, just the teeniest bit of shade to my cousins. Like, I was the one who always visited her.
Yeah.
And they didn't. So, like, I was clearly the favorite grandchild.
Yeah, I was a favorite grandchild for my great-grandmother who passed away when I was in college. I was the only one who ever wrote her or really went out of my way to see her, which says something because I lived farthest away. I lived in Ohio.
I know, you just have to show up for people sometimes.
Right? Yeah, I lived in Ohio at the time of her passing, and the vast majority of my cousins lived in her same town. But at the same time, I don't really feel like I had that connection with either of my grandmothers. So it's I'm definitely not their favorite, which is fine. I mean, I think I was my Mima's favorite, but that's not bragging rights. That my grandmothers are psychotic. Were and are psychotic. And so it's definitely not bragging rights to be their favorites. So,
Yeah, I mean, family's complicated.
Feel like it's gonna be bragging rights for my daughter to be my mom's favorite, though, because I mean, even just there's such a gap, and my mom, she tries so hard to close that gap, but her behavior between the way she acted when I was pregnant and now that my brother's gonna have a baby in a month, two different mamas, two different mamas. And she's like buying my brother everything that she bought me. She's trying to be involved with his baby mama, and like she's trying her best, but it's just not. Yeah, she's struggling to not show so much favoritism.
We all know that everyone always has a favorite person. And
Yeah.
my mom knew growing up it was my grandma. And like, mom is in a separate category. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. It is. Mom and grandma, two different people.
Yeah.
Because grandma's your best friend.
Yeah.
That's your
and
best
it wasn't even like my grandma was like less strict than my mom, or my mom was overly strict or anything. It was just like Grammy and I could geek out over vocabulary, and my mom did not care.
I feel like that's gonna be my daughter and my mother, but like with like a true crime show or something.
Yeah. And if I ever had kids, I think my mom would do that, And I love true crime as well, but it's like, yeah, my mom would just be like, obviously my mom has a very good vocabulary, but she'd be like, you're reading the dictionary for fun. And I'd be like, well, Grammy wants to teach me new things, and I like learning, and I like words, so like, who cares?
Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet.
Well, we make it a game where like, okay, just flip open. We do the next letter, flip open to a random page. Like, let's learn a word. Versus we had a cousin who would literally read it from front to back. And even I was like, okay, that's crazy.
You how soon into your life did you know that you were going to be a writer, author, publisher?
As early as I can, as far back as I can remember, which is like age 5.
Same. I think the signs were a little more there for you, probably.
I think it's because it was all encouraged. But okay, I got to delete emails.
Yes.
So that the Inimitable Books website and my email keep functioning. And then after that, I have to send an email. Actually, no, I'm going to send the email first. Then delete emails. Then I have to read a chapter of something. And then I have to read multiple chapters of something else. It never ends. It never ends. But I'm excited. Oh, did you freeze, Gwenna? Nope. Okay, you're back.
I think that one was me. Okay.
Yeah.
We're
just a brief moment. Okay. Good internet. Knock on wood. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Okay, I'm going to be unmuted while you can all hear me type this email, even though I started typing it earlier. How'd you do?
I tidied up my kitchen that entire sprint, and I did a lot for 25 minutes. I made this space functional for me to cook dinner later, and I have no idea what I'm cooking, but it is prepared for any variant of my usual. So that was a relatively large accomplishment considering my headache today. So proud of myself for that. And now I get to write without feeling guilty. And then after the stream is over, I'll do my homework.
I haven't written in a bit because I need to like outline more, and I just haven't been in the mood. So I broke my screen.
I skipped. Did I skip? Did she skip? Which of us skipped?
You skipped for me.
Okay, you skipped for me.
Okay.
Who knows which of us is actually skipping?
I mean, given we didn't both go black immediately, I think my internet was okay that time.
JC,
oh, not according to JC. Apparently I skipped for her. I don't know.
JC, it rained today for the first time this year, so I'm okay with having a headache. It is the cost of getting to smell petrichor for the first time in 7 or 8 months, and so that was nice.
I love petrichor.
It's the best scent in the world. The best.
What do I need to? I need to add the next code. We didn't do intros. Gwen, would you like to introduce yourself to anyone who's watching and doesn't know you?
Hi, I'm Gwenna at Gwenna the Winna, everywhere that matters. I am a current undergrad student, getting a creative writing degree and aspiring hybrid author. Over to you, Zara.
And my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
This number is getting big.
18. Hold on. I lost count. Sorry. Okay. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Why did I think we had a 20th thing out? Oh, maybe it's the book that we published that we no longer publish. Or I'm missing something from my shelves here. That series is done. That series is not done. That. Yeah, okay. I think we're at 19 now because of the thing that we no longer publish.
Okay.
But it would have been 20 in 4 years. Well, okay. The last one just came out this week, which was past our 4th birthday. So 4 years. But it was done within the 4 years.
4 years and a day is still 4 years. You know what I mean?
4 years and a few months for it to come out, but it was finished last year, so.
Congratulations. Yeah. Look at all your trophies up on that wall. All your hard work.
I just like, let me count these. And I was like, wait, I lost count.
We are also very proud of you. I can't believe it's been 4 years, man. Time has flown.
I know.
Wow.
It's very weird.
I am proud of you, though.
Thanks. during that sprint, I sent the email I needed to, but I had to message certain people to make sure that everything that was going in the email was like included everything we wanted.
That was such ASMR listening to you type.
I mean, if I knew that everyone liked it, I would start doing that and then listening to headphones so I could still listen to sound while I'm working. But I know some people really hate that, so I'm like, I don't know. But this time, because you were like, hold on, I thought you were typing as fast and it sounded like a thing, so I was like, let's
so good. It's such ASMR. It really scratches at my brain in the right way whenever you type. I'm like, that's so good. I could listen to you type probably for hours.
Yeah, I like the sound of typing, which is why I had gotten this clicky clacky keyboard. But our author Becca C. Smith hates the clicky clacks, and I'm like, that's valid. I have other forms of misophonia.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I don't really hear me type on my keyboard. I'm like, I type so harshly that like even on like the butterfly keys that like are supposed to be silent, it's like, no, you still hear me. Like not as loudly, but like you still, it's like you hear this.
Yeah, I have, you probably can't see because it's literally attached. I can unattach it though. 1 second. Pop off for me. Golly. Because I work off a tablet because my computer is broken. So I have the tablet keyboard. And it is so beat up. After 1 year and some change, it is so beat up. I really need to get an accessory keyboard to start typing. I saw one on TikTok Shop that was like little frogs.
And that's
like
cute.
The cutest, like glossiest, bubbly. And I was like, I need it. I need it. But my birthday's around the corner and I sent it to my husband, so I'm going to see if he buys it for me first. Better his wallet than mine.
But you're prepared to if you need to.
If I need to. If I must. Because it was just so cute. I wonder if I'll find the link. Let me see if I can find the link. I sent it to myself just in case.
How's the car accident thing? How's that going?
Oh, man. Don't fucking get me started. The Progressive Insurance is the one that we are suing, right? But they won't get back to us on their liability cap. If it's the Arizona state minimum of $25,000, then I'm only going to probably end up with $1,000 or so in my medical claim coming back to me. And that's just because of how much medical care I've needed that we've charged to it already, including I'm getting an epidural next week for my low back pain. So hopefully that will help. And like 30 plus chiropractor visits, like the whole gambit. That being said, like on a day to day, I am much better. I started out at like an 8 or 9 in pain. I'm like a 3 to 4 most days, which is tolerable. Not where I want to live, but tolerable.
I mean, you shouldn't have to be there.
Yeah.
Which is the sucky part.
It is the sucky part. But if they have a higher insurance policy, then we'll go for more. And then I might get a little bit more of a payout for my lost wages. As far as getting my car reimbursed, Liberty Mutual is my insurance company, but they can't pay me until I had paid for Arizona state registration because it was originally registered in Utah since I bought it from Utah and had it shipped here. So I had to pay state taxes here in order for them to release, in order for my bank that I went through to release the title to Liberty Mutual. Well, to me and then to send to Liberty Mutual. So we had to wait a couple paychecks to get that $2,500. But we did that yesterday. So that is paid and it is off of my mind. I feel so relieved. It's going to be about a week or two before I get the title. And then Liberty Mutual will send me a UPS shipping label, and I will be able to ship that same day, ship that over to them. So it'll be about 4 more weeks of sharing a car until I have my reimbursement money there, and then I can buy a car with the money that I will be getting. So that will be great because I will be able to afford a down payment and state taxes on my next car. I will not be financially overburdened. It's just a pain in the ass to stay in one car until then. I've officially been sharing a car with my husband for longer than I had my minivan.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a whole rant. But otherwise, things are great. I'm acing my new term. I passed my last term, which was a struggle. I passed with 1 A minus and 1 C plus. So that was not usually where I like to be because I had a 4.0 prior to that, and now I'm at like a 3.8. But C's get degrees. And considering everything that happened that fucking term,
yeah,
a C gets a degree, and I'm not going to sweat it. And what's the real difference between 3.88888 and 4.0? Not much.
decimals.
Honestly, I think it'll be fine. And I got off the phone with my academic advisor today and got signed up for my next few terms. And by the end of this year, by the end of 2027, I will be done with all general education requirements, and I can just go into my major. I can switch into my major. It'll be all literature and creative writing classes from there on out. So, exactly, Regina. I actually did not have gap protection insurance because I hadn't purchased it yet. I had the car less than a month, and I had bought the most basic plan through Liberty Mutual. But thankfully, because I had been a smart shopper, the car was valued over what I actually paid for it. So the car was valued at like 45,000, and I only paid 33. So I will be getting money back, and it will pay for my next car. Yeah. But after I get my BA, then I can get my MFA, and then I can get an adjunct teaching position and continue to remain poor, but work part-time for the rest of my life. And that is what I want to do. I never want to have a full-time job except for myself again.
So would you do the part-time and massage stuff?
Yeah, I want to do part-time massage and part-time teaching. That's my goal, is having one job that I can sit down at and one job that I can be active with and really have a better balance. Like then I can pick up free stuff on the side. You know, I can do like editing services on the side. I can focus on my own writing on the side. I can have enough time and flexibility in my schedule to be present in my children's lives, which my mother never had when she worked 3 jobs. You know? So for me, it's not working 40 hours a week is the ideal lifestyle. Zara's over here like, not me with my 50 to 60 hours per week in my entrepreneurship. And this is why I'm not you, Zara. This is why
I've actually cut back, but now I don't. Ow, I just crushed my finger.
Oh, are you okay?
Desk chair by accident. I don't even know what I'm at right now. I definitely used to be at a crazy amount, and I've definitely cut back. And there are times where I'm like, I feel like I barely do work anymore. And then I look at my task list, and I'm like, nope, you're still working like crazy. This is just a lot less than what you used to, and this is what most people would have maxed out at to begin with.
Uh-huh.
And so
you work harder for yourself as an entrepreneur than you ever do for anyone else.
Yeah.
you know? And I
Because
saw
we're
that.
all our own harshest critics.
Yeah, but you have to feed yourself, right? When you're literally hungry, you have to work hard. There's no other option. Um, so I have so much respect for you entrepreneurs because I keep my side hustles small. Okay.
Well, hence it being a side hustle. Whereas my brain is like, nope, if you want to do something, you're going to do it full send. None of this side hustle stuff. You don't know how to do things in moderation. I'm like, great, thanks. Thanks for that.
That's like my husband. You neurodivergent folk. I say as a neurodivergent.
I was going to say, I'm like, excuse me, you're one of us. Amanda, I'm going to let you introduce yourself after this sprint. Oh, got Amanda back.
Hi, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Bye, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Here we are. Hello.
But we got to go. So... And we're in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. I am going to mute this time because I need to watch some reels that the social media assistant has made.
Are we back? Oh, hi, Zara.
Ugh. Junior kept kicking you both out.
Yeah, it did. And I'm really glad that I got myself back up on my phone. Because I was like, you know what? StreamYard is just slowing down my internet. That's what's happening.
Still playing a video, and I was like, where's the sound coming from? I thought I muted it. My bad. Okay, continue.
I thought that StreamYard was just slowing down my computer. So I got up on my phone, and then literally 30 seconds after being like, boop, I'm here on my phone, I'm switching over, my internet completely went out. Like, I'm down with no internet. So I'm on my data on my phone, which is fine. I just refreshed. So I have a full tank of data. But it was really, the timing of it was kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Oh, good job on your chapter synopsis, Regina.
Amanda, do you want to introduce yourself? Your camera can still be off, but...
Nothing?
I don't know if Amanda muted or walked away.
No,
But you hear. Oh, it looks like Amanda's trying to talk, but the volume is really low.
I can hear.
Let's, like, troubleshoot this now, I guess.
Okay, now you're good. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
I also got some taro milk tea in my inimitable mug. It was quite nice.
Nice.
Amanda, love, what did you do today for that 25 minutes?
Let me see what my count is for that.
JC, you can find the inimitable mug on the Ko-fi, on the inimitable Ko-fi.
Yes, thank you, Gwenna.
It was quite nice. I do like it. Oh, I had a 5K day yesterday. Oh, we lost Amanda.
I know, I just saw that. I was like, no, I could hear her talking, and it was...
Man. The gremlins today.
I know.
Crazy. If it's not one of us, it's the other.
Sometimes it's been both of you at once.
Yeah, I know. Most of that sprint I spent rereading everything I wrote for my 5K day yesterday, which was a very sad chapter.
As in the contents are sad, or you're like, I'm not happy with how I wrote this and therefore it's sad?
No, as in the contents are sad. It's a pet death chapter, so it's, you know, on theme for this month, apparently. But also
incredible. A fictional pet, Gwenna. You have the choice not to.
Oh no, it's hard to explain, but very much it was necessary. It was always the plan. It was always going to be the midpoint twist of this book. That was just the way that it plots and the way that the repercussions of it work and the backstory and world building that it brings. It's you only meet the pet at the start of the chapter, okay? And so you only have one chapter to feel all the feelings, and then we move on.
You don't have time. You don't have time to get attached.
Yeah. I think it hurts me more than it's going to hurt any reader, because I have spent
this book. I will text you and when you are wrong, I will be like, so you're wrong.
We're just gonna all gang up on you, I guess.
I mean, like, I've spent so much time planning out this pet's backstory and their history and the sadness and all the gut punches, right? So I feel like I've really marinated in the depression. Whereas as a reader, you're like, oh, this is a dangerous creature. Why am I getting its backstory? And then at the end, you get the reason for its backstory. And I feel like it will be a gut punch, but it won't be a rip your heart out for most readers. Whereas for me, I most of yesterday, I was crying.
I get attached to creatures fictionally, unless they're like supposed to be like mindless minions of like the evil person. But even then, I'm like, are they treated well by the evil person, or is the evil person also like an animal abuser? Because like, can we save them and like get out from under the evil person?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, like, you see this creature kill several other not good guys. They're bad guys. The creature kills very much bad guys.
Right. So then I'm gonna be sad when this creature dies. I'll be like, we lost a good one. We lost a real one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It has to die. It was made to die. There are some characters made to die.
I'm sure it'll be amazing in the book, but I'm gonna be like,
we're just gonna be sad over it.
I would get over it, and you underestimated me, and this is how I know.
I finished the chapter. Now let me go cry for the rest of the day.
Right. Arthur's books are really fucking sad. Like, book 2 was all about Morgan, and it was depressing and thrilling, but it wasn't outright sad. Whereas this one, I'm like, every time I write an Arthur POV book about his story, I'm like, why is everyone dying all the time? This is so depressing.
It's almost like you think he's cursed.
I know, right? It's almost like he's the main character. It's almost... Whereas Morgan's book was like so much happier than this. Yeah, I know. JC's only like part way through. She's almost through the second part of 6 of my first book. And every now and then she'll type something like, I hate you.
Yeah. No, I've texted my authors things like that. Or I'll be like, okay, I've done my first read through. Here are my emotions. You will get a like more professional edit letter like in 2 days.
Yeah. Let me process.
Yeah. Let me think of how to say this professionally.
Oh, you just started part 3. Oh, that's nice. Did you like Dio? He's so good in the second book.
JC has been helping proofread Holly's second book.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had the deadline changed on me yesterday. So I had to message Holly and be like, so we gotta like, and she's like, I could do that. I'm like, great. So hopefully, JC, I'll be able to email you sooner rather than later, but that still might not be until the end of the month. But yeah, I was just like, oh shoot. Holly, I know your work schedule is insane and you're trying to scale back, but like we can't miss it.
Yeah, I make no apologies for hurting my readers. Oh, but you did meet Dio. He's at the end of part 2. He's in the last chapter. What happened? What happened? Oh my god, I went to the wrong page on my phone. Okay, never mind. I'm back. Did I lose you guys? Am I good?
You're good. You're back. For a second, I thought it was my internet.
Okay, thank God.
No, because I saw that and I was like, oh my god, is it me again? Or is it StreamYard?
No, it's just my fat fingers tippy tapping on my screen.
It's a day for technical difficulties.
For real.
And I just, like, we need a... I don't know.
Oh, Amanda, did you ever give us your word count, babe?
286.
Nice. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yep, it's solid. I don't think that this is going to be a chapter that I have to go back and, like, rip apart and fix.
I like when you can finish a chapter and feel like, okay, like, I feel good enough about that. Whereas, like, I'm writing parts of chapter 3 in my book, and I was like, I had to fully skip ahead because I was like, I don't know how to tie this together. And then I wrote more, and I'm like, okay, like, I don't love this, but it's okay. You're not going to edit it. Then I was like, where do I go from here? And I was like, this is why I should have outlined more before I started writing. And it's the first time that I've ever not done a full outline before writing since I started outlining books. But I was getting stuck in the outlining phase. I'm like, even just thinking about like the sequence of events that should happen. And I was just like, normally I can figure it out where I'm like, okay, well, this is the next thing that happens. And by the time I'm writing that out in the outline, I figure out what comes next. And I was just like, what does come next?
I'm convinced that like some books are just like resistant to being outlined, because I've had a couple of those happen to me. And I'm like, it just won't outline, but then once I get into writing it, it's like flows like that.
And yeah, like, the writing on this has been flowing a ton, but I still need the plan because otherwise I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be writing because I've tried just writing without the plan. And I'm like, okay, like this can make it in. It'll need to be cleaned up, but like now I don't know where to go from here. And I think there's also just like, because I haven't written a romance in a while. Like, first of all, my books, like, few and far between because I'm constantly doing other things. Like now I'm running a company. And my last book that got published was a romance, as were all other 6 books before it. But what I'd been working on since then has been a thriller that doesn't have any romance in it. And so my brain is like, do you know how to romance anymore? And I'm like, and so I had to go back to romancing the beat and actually look at the beats and like fill it out like the letter versus being like, oh yeah, I know the general gist. And then I had to look at Save the Cat and be like, okay, do I know like enough? And I was like, yeah, I got those points down. So it's not even that I didn't follow outlining methods. It's that I didn't fill in the gaps like I normally do. Or going from chapter 1 to chapter 2, like how I sometimes do it where I just outline myself. Like, okay, start and keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, no, like this is totally fine. But what I'm saying is that my current work in progress, because I shelved Thriller because it's touching too close on a lot of like current events. And I'm just like, I don't want to be researching that right now because it will depress me too. I'm now writing like a pure romance again. And my brain is like, you're making them very angsty. Like, do you need to draw back? Like, what do you remember how the romance happens? And I'm like, I know, but the stuff in between can't all be romance. That's boring if they're all just lovesick and that's it.
Yeah.
When I have struggling outlining, and you're not asking me for advice, so I apologize for putting my 2 cents in.
I kind of am. It's like I'm floundering. I'm happy to hear any personal advice or like personal experience or actual advice. I don't try anything.
Yeah, I really, really struggled with outlining my 2nd and 3rd Arthurian books. Like each of these outlines probably took me months and months to write. And then when I got to writing them, they didn't take very long at all because the outline was so well. But I found that the breakthrough that I had that allowed me to outline both the second and third Arthurians and then jump into fast drafting was asking myself, what is the emotional arc that this character is going to go through that ties into the theme? Right? So for Gwen in book 3, it's the emotional arc of being a woman in a man's world and coming to terms with the fact that she has a great destiny, and her last life fulfilled that by becoming a mother, which is something she does not want at all cost because it killed her last life. Her last life died giving birth. And spoiler alert for book 3, JC, you'll be fine. Lance's emotional arc that ties into the theme is that he has to come to terms with the fact that he is as much a liar about who he is and who he pretends to be as Arthur is. Because that's the great...
the things I'm getting.
Yeah. And whereas Arthur's is that, because all of book 1 was Arthur discovering, okay, I have to accept who I am in order to save my friends. So all of his book in his arc here in book 3 is, who am I with my friends versus without them? And can I be the person I need to be to really protect them and to depend on them and not feel like an outsider within my friend group? So it's having the click for Gwen and Arthur, because I always knew what Lance's would be. I thought that book 3 was going to be entirely from his POV at the start. That was the original plan. But developing Gwen and Arthur's character arcs are what allowed me to say, oh, actually, here's this plot point and this plot point and this plot point and this plot point. Because you need to have a scene where Gwen realizes why she abhors the thought of motherhood. You need to have a scene where Arthur is struggling with the thought of abandoning his friends that he just gave up so much of himself for.
Yeah.
Right? Like those are the emotional beats that tie into their character themes. And that allowed me to plot. Doing that same process with Arthur.
It's almost like I'm the reverse, where it's like I have those.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, okay, well, I can't wallow in that the whole time. I can't also only focus on the like, am I in lust? Am I in love? Like that only.
Mm-hmm.
But I need the neutral scenes as well, because otherwise it's too depressing or too optimistic. And it's
you don't need a neutral scene.
Like, I don't know what to do. Well, not neutral in that like nothing comes up. But like, what's the actual plot? Because I know the emotions that are so like even in the neutral scenes when like the female main character is hanging out with her friends, they're either going to be like bringing up the fact that she's a workaholic, which ties into the fact that she feels like she constantly needs to be productive in order to like be worth anything, or it'll be like you've never been in a relationship, like that would help you unwind, and she's like, that would be a distraction from work, which goes back to the workaholic thing. Or it's like, you know, the culture, because they're all Chinese and American characters, where it's like they were told not to let anything to distract them, and then the switch of like you get to a certain age and then like your parents start being like, when am I getting kids? And you're like, you told me to never pay attention to that. Now, like all of a sudden you know, so like I have the intricacies of what could be a normal scene, but it's the like, I can't always have them hanging out at her apartment. I can't always have them like having a lunch meeting. And so have you
introduced foils?
I have notes on them. And the thing is that all the characters are kind of foils for each other. And I'm also seeding for like the future books where it's like, okay, these are the characters. And even if the secondary characters in book 1 don't meet their significant other for the future books in book 1, that my main characters will eventually meet all of the secondary characters, so that basically when the other characters start pairing up, they can be like, yeah, we saw this coming, or like, oh, like I don't think they're gonna work, but eventually they will, or they'll be right, depending on how that shakes out and stuff.
Are your foils in conflict with your main characters?
As in direct conflict?
Yeah.
It's not like there's someone like actively working against them. It's more just like pressure points where it's like, this is painful.
I would consider, if I were you, putting them in more direct conflict.
It's just that they're things. They're not people. And so it's not like this. In some ways, the romantic interest, regardless of whether you say the female major character is the actual main character of the book, or if you say the male character who's also going to have a POV is the main character, whichever one lens you look at it, they're each other's foil, but then they have kind of two people in their corner each who challenge them with certain things. And so, but I can't have the love interest be too much of a foil, because then you're like, this is just antagonistic, and I'm not writing an enemies to lovers story. Rivals to lovers. It's more along the lines of like Until the Last Page from Inimitable Books by Chantal Gadori, whose sequel just came out earlier this week, where it's like you're reluctant to work together, you don't fully get along, but then eventually like stuff grows out of it. But they're never like, I mean, they butt heads, they definitely do, but it's not like I'm working to make you fail.
I would suggest introducing a character that works to make them fail. Someone's mother.
The thing is that the moms are the well, not just the moms. I didn't want to be stereotypical and have it only be the moms. But like they're the ones who are like, you need a relationship, or you need to settle down, or you need to take things seriously. So that is
the secretary. What about the secretary?
One is kind of like, I'm here to take on more work. You don't have to overwork yourself. That's literally what you pay me for. And the other one is like, you pay me to clean up your messes. Maybe try to be less messy.
I don't know.
You know what I
feel
mean? I feel like I have all the bases covered and it's just not coming together yet. I need to think on it more.
Yeah. Let me know what you come up with. I'm interested to keep picking your brain.
Well, you'll find out when you read the chapters.
True. But knowing your goals helps me be a better critiquer or a better partner.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just like I have to get back into the writing brain where it's not me just being like, okay, this needs strengthening, but like, here's the rough material. I'm like, no, I gotta make the rough material.
The rough material is the hard part. Editing is so easy to me comparatively.
I agree. And there are people who are like, I hate editing. I'm like, you don't have a blank page. Like, even if what you have is crap, you can be like, this is what I don't want. This is what I want to change to make it better. You have a jumping off point.
I feel like there are editors who can write and there are writers who can edit. And to be honest, I feel like I'm an editor that can write.
I used to think I was a writer who can edit, but now after all this, I'm either just rusty or it's like, oh no, you're an editor who can write, but you haven't written.
I feel like
you're also still rusty.
I feel like I'm such an editor who can write. Like I've written, this will be, when I finish this, it'll be my second book this year, and I have plans for a third. And even with that, I do feel like even at the end of the year, I'm going to be the editor that can write, not the editor that can edit. I
don't
just,
know. I think you can write and edit. I don't think it's necessarily one fully over
I know.
the other.
Oh, I agree. I think that's where my personality lies. I love dissecting a work.
Yes.
I love writing a work, but I love dissecting a work.
And I'm in that, which is what I think is making me realize that, like, okay, I am an editor who can write, but because I haven't written in so long, it's like, oh, you're rusty. I am better at not editing it as I go along because I know I'll just keep tinkering and tinkering and like not move forward. But right now I'm just literally where it's like I just don't like, or it's more like, okay, the map has been torn. I don't know where I'm supposed to head next. I think in general it was this direction, but I'm terrible with directions. So what do I do now? And so that's what I'm like. You know,
Sarah, leave your skin alone.
If you're in a forest and you don't hear any water and you know you're supposed to be walking to a stream, it's like, okay, you know you're going in the wrong direction, but you don't necessarily know which the right direction is.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
10 out of 10. I need to write that into a book. We should sprint.
Yes. Yeah. Did I share
We're
the
going
code?
on. No.
I did not. I'm sorry. I had it ready and completely forgot to share. Also, Amanda, would you like to introduce yourself? Because we had all those technical difficulties. I think that's what threw me off.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Amanda Newman. I am the
Your audio just cut out.
Of course it did.
You're back.
Like rewind my brain now.
I'm sorry. It just cut out. And I'm like, hold on. I think we missed the most important part of your intro.
It's okay. I'm the former social media intern for Inimitable Books and the indie urban fantasy author whose current project is the Grimoire Archive series.
Yes. And we loved having Amanda as our social media assistant. And then she moved on to other things.
You have to. In time. All things a season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're a workaholic.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. I am.
Zara said, hush.
Like, I am hurting my feelings the most with this book. The more than I ever have. With all my characters. None of them are exempt from a flaw of mine. And I'm like, oh, this is also probably why I'm like, this is uncomfy at times. That's not making me stop writing it. It's more just like, I don't know what to do with y'all. Like, I have the dolls. I have the character sheets, essentially. I have, like, what needs to happen at the tent poles. But I'm like, in between.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go here. How do I make you go here?
Yeah.
Nope, now you're going in the wrong direction.
Where it's like, what if you just like spin in a circle and choose a direction? I'm like, okay, let's not do that. But currently I'm just standing still.
Yeah.
Have you considered not writing linearly, just writing your posts and then going back and writing towards them?
I had not, because I had skipped ahead a little bit to be like, I think this is a scene I can write, but I think that's a better idea. It's just the last time I had tried that was when I was doing my sci-fi novel, and I was like, oh yeah, here's a giant fight scene that involves doors. You know what? When I finally got there, I was like, why would alien spaceships have human doors?
Well, I mean, you discover a lot about yourself at that point, right?
I know. So that kind of made me be like, I never want to write out of order again, but I think I might have to do this. And I think writing the tent poles is a good idea.
I
So,
think
like,
you
Rather
should.
than me just being like, oh, I'll just write random scenes that like will go somewhere. And I'm like, but if they're random and you don't know where they go, what are you doing?
Straight
Because you don't even
facts.
have a plan for those because they're random versus these I have plans.
Write your tent poles.
Sorry, the code should be up. I meant to take away Amanda's website currently.
All right, maybe I'll get some words on this one.
Yeah. Okay, it is 3:00, so we're going to start. Oh,
Oh no.
it's because of StreamYard, because you had both gotten kicked out. So for each new scene, I have to. Such a pain in the ass. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. We just made it when it was still 3:00 before it became 3:01.
Menu. Menu.
Go get my husband from work, and they let him out early because he finished his monthly test. Normally they don't when he finishes; they just like to overwork him. So I was really glad that they let him out. And then now he is off to go get a haircut because he has to. Yeah. Now he has to go get a haircut because there's the base commander is changing tomorrow, so it's an all hands on deck meeting, and so he has to have his hair in line in regiment. Make sure everything is nice and short and cut high and tight like the military likes it. And then I got home and we decided on what food he's going to go pick up after he is done with his haircut. And I got 47 words, which is not much. It is far less than I wanted to get this sprint. What about you guys?
I got 310.
310. Damn, nice, Amanda. I didn't even know that you were back. I thought I was talking to the void.
I mean, So there's something with the camera on my laptop that it's not quite working, but I do have a virtual camera, so I could always turn that on.
Oh, you're okay. You're totally fine with it. Oh.
And now
Oh, no.
The void is trying to get me.
The void is trying to get you.
It's because I switched scenes again within StreamYard, and I'm late because my food arrived.
Oh, good. I just sent my husband out for food.
Nice.
Amanda got 310, which is awesome. That's a great word count.
Nice, nice.
I never saw her unmute, so I didn't know that she had come back, and I was just ranting into the void of JC and Regina on the other side of the screen. So when she finally spoke up, I was like, oh my god.
Jump scare.
It was a jump scare. What did you get for lunch?
I got California rolls, which I know doesn't count as real sushi, but it's like my favorite thing.
I don't
and
eat sushi.
I got Chinese food for dinner, but like just ordered once and it's currently in the fridge, so that'll be later.
Yum, yum, yum. I will be getting a burrito.
Nice. I haven't had a burrito in forever. I normally go for tacos if I get Mexican.
I normally go for tacos too, but I had a burrito really for the first time. Like really for the first time I've ever actually ordered a burrito instead of just making one myself. I had one like a month ago, and I'm like, I see the handiness. I see the convenience of just eating a stick.
It's nice.
So I guess I'm the outlier that usually gets quesadillas.
I used to, and then I just like it started feeling too like the places at least where I would order from, it like all the oil would sit at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And if there was a way that didn't happen, I'd be like, yeah, like I don't care if it's oily, but the fact that it was like soaking through the bottom of the quesadillas, where I was like,
yeah, no, that sounds like a no.
Yeah, and
I
I was
guess
just like, I can't. So I've kind of like, unless someone's like, this quesadilla is amazing, I'm a little bit like, I don't need quesadillas, but I should go back to burritos because those are amazing.
yeah, I don't know. I just burritos and quesadillas are always things that I made at home. So I guess I just like never considered eating them when someone else makes them. But food always tastes so much better when someone else cooks.
Sometimes it's
does.
bad, but in general, if it's good food, it tastes better when someone else has made it. Yes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yep. What did you do, Zara?
I worked, but do I remember a single task that I did? No. I'm like, I know I did work. I know that I did not lie when I set the Forest app to say like, oh, you worked during this sprint, like as the tag. I just don't remember.
Well, I am proud of you for working.
Thank you.
General working. Status busy.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm like, I did stuff. What was it? Who knows?
I'm staring at these 47 words and just wishing they were 4,700 so I could be done with my writing for the day.
Hey, 47 is 47 more than you had before.
That's a fact. I really wanted to write this whole chapter today, but it's looking more and more like I have no idea where the time of day is going because, oh, shit. If they don't get my Wi-Fi up, I can't even do my homework right now. I was thinking like I need to take a break and go do my homework, but I can't even do my homework until my Wi-Fi comes back.
Ooh.
Yoink.
Oh, I remember those days not so long ago.
Don't ask me why I decided to go back to school.
Sometimes I don't even know why I went back and actually ended up finishing. Like, okay, what do I do now? Who knows?
The government is paying for it, and as long as the government pays for it, I'm gonna do it.
True.
You know? If I can get this degree on Uncle Sam's dime, I will be a happier person.
What are you going for, if you don't mind me asking?
Fucking creative writing. A real money-making field.
Hey, I went for new media at my first college, and then went back for my bachelor's in cultural studies with a focus on media and film. So I'm not allowed to say anything.
Yeah, I really wanted time to hone my craft and specialize in time that I'm forced to set aside for the craft of writing. And when I did an at-home self-study semester where I focused on crafting dialogue, I read like 8 books on dialogue in 6 months. And I realized all that I learned from those books, I could have learned in 6 weeks in a proper course, like in a proper MFA course. Oh, God. It was a lot. If my internet came up, I made a spreadsheet of all 8 of them.
Okay, well, eventually would love to read.
Yeah. I would say the ones that affected me the most off the top of my head, I don't have Wi-Fi. There's one by Scott Bell. Scott R. Bell, Scott.
Oh, I know who you mean. Yes.
There's one by him that was the simplest and most straightforward. And that was good. The second one was Dialogue by Robert McKee. And you can tell that's an MFA level text because reading that, every sentence of it was like trying to expand my gray matter by force. Like it was like forming. I could feel the wrinkles forming with every sentence that I read. It was really hard to get through and really dense, but it was very worthwhile. And I would say the third, the one that has most impacted my line level prose, would be Elements of Eloquence by Mark Forsyth. And he breaks down rhetoric and rhetoric skills and how to make your pages sing. So I would really recommend those three. Would probably be my top three coming away from that home study. But again, I feel like I could have learned everything that I learned in that in a couple weeks if I was in an MFA program and had the adequate teacher. But maybe I'm wrong, because I do write better than a lot of people I know with MFAs. So
I mean, I think it's the clarifying that like you have a good teacher.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. Worst source, I will become that teacher when I have an MFA.
Did
Go
you just
for
say
it.
worst comes to worst?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be best comes
I
to
was gonna
best?
say that's not a worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario is me having to be my own teacher. It is.
Becoming one of those teachers.
I do not dream of labor. I dream of being labored upon.
Because we're both just sitting here being like, wait.
Every time I think of working, I'm like, oh, that's such a drag.
I mean, it is, but
Yeah.
Would it be nice to be inspiring in other people's lives? I mean, I guess. Like, if I have to. If I could, revolutionize how people read and approach writing, I guess, if I have to.
we're like, heavy is the head that wears the crown, but someone has to do it.
Yeah.
That's literally me.
I would like to eat lunch, so I am going to start our next sprint. Our next sprint is going to be a break for me because I was basically working for the hour before we started the live stream, and then for the first 3 sprints, so I need a little bit of a break. But yeah, final sprint. I think you're both going to disappear, and I'm going to have to add you both, so don't freak out.
Okay. Zara, I was freaking out.
The void is dark and scary.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. This is our final sprint. Amanda kept getting kicked out of the studio, even though I wasn't doing anything.
It might be my internet being weird.
It might be, because I don't, mine was actually behaving for most of the stream. How'd you do?
About 262.
Nice.
Oh. My. 725.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a lot more than I thought it was. I was in the zone. Auto zone, apparently.
Love that for you.
I know, right? Gotta find a pen and write it down since I can't get on my online tracker. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, Thursday. 7, 16, that was 12, 50, and it was 25 minutes, and 7:25. All right. Having a great time writing Lance. Like, he's such a little psychopath.
Is he on our side, or like?
What?
Is he a psychopath that we can root for, or?
Oh, yeah. He's a psychopath we can root for. Do you know the anime stereotypes of there's tsundere, which is someone who's like aggressive, but they love you. And then there's yandere, which are people who are crazy, but love you.
I do not by those names, but I know characters like that.
You know the archetypes though?
Yes.
Yeah. Lance is definitely a yandere archetype. Like, he's definitely actually crazy, but so good at hiding it and so deeply enthralled with Arthur. It's, oh no, Amanda.
It's a good thing we're wrapping up.
Yeah,
right. Oh, thank you, JC. What are you crocheting?
I am crocheting a wooble because I decided that I wanted to basically do the entire Chinese zodiac. So I don't have the monkey pattern yet, and I didn't like any of their dog patterns like as individual kits. But when I bought this, it includes a pug. And I'm like, that's not the dog that anyone ever illustrates when they're doing the Chinese zodiac. But I'm like, it's a dog. It counts. We're going with it.
Not the hair flick. That was cute. JC commented. Okay. Yes and no. He definitely has a temper that he can't hide. But his temper is not the crazy I'm talking about. Yeah. He's just like, he's actually crazy, and I love it. I love that for him.
Love that for you.
I know, he's so fun to write. I was having such a hard time finding his voice before I'd finally, come up with his full character arc. But now that I'm in his voice, I get to pull out such great phrases. like resplendent agony and saccharine iron and like just great. His voice is just so unique as compared to my other characters.
I mean, I love those phrases, so it's exciting.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun shit.
That's nice.
Oh, JC, you're so sweet.
And Regina did 3 synopsis chapters today. That's great.
Snaps.
That's awesome. Awesome. I am definitely starting to fade. So thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. I will not be streaming tomorrow on Twitch. Something else is happening, personal life, nothing bad, just busy. But then I will be back streaming on YouTube on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. So thank you for being here yet again. And I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.